There's no way that I can push myself up the hill.
But the fact of the matter, this is a barrier to the handicapped and a barrier to elderly.
Only on 6 claims that a new MAX stop being built is shutting out the disabled. And tonight we dig deeper and get out the measuring tape to see if this bridge is violating the law. It is 6 o'clock, and good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Kelly Day. Thanks for being with us tonight. That new MAX station on Southeast Bybee is just one of several stops under construction right now. Chris Woodard is live near the new stop, and you got some answers tonight about whether they really are in compliance, right, Chris?
Yeah, Kelly, and to understand these complaints, you have to understand the setup here. Now, as luck would have it, this train parked behind us a couple minutes ago, but the MAX station is planned for directly behind that train along the tracks. However, to get into that station, you'll have to enter from up on the top of the bridge. Now, the complaint here is that bridge is too steep, meaning someone in a wheelchair wouldn't be able to get to the top of it. Yesterday, we first told you about that complaint. Today, we looked into it to see if anything illegal is being done here.
I'm embarrassed. I don't know if anything as mean-spirited, as cold and heartless as this.
Dick Laughlin is mad.
They know the issues. They're sliding around them. They're being clever. They're figuring out weasel clauses.
He says plans for the TriMet MAX station under the Bybee Street Bridge will make it impossible for people like his neighbor Shannon to ride the MAX. He calls the plans illegal, saying they don't meet ADA standards.
The fact of the matter, this is a barrier to the handicapped and a barrier to elderly.
So we looked into it. According to a letter from the Federal Transit Administration, the only thing TriMet actually has to worry about is making sure the station is ADA approved. The bridge itself isn't considered part of the project. That said, when explaining why the FTA closed Laughlin's complaint, they point out the slope of the bridge is 7.8% on the steepest side. And they say 7.8% would even be a legal slope for a wheelchair ramp.
There's no way that I can push myself up the hill.
But Shannon points to how long that bridge incline is, with no level place to stop and rest. And if this bridge were an actual wheelchair ramp at the station, ADA requirements say it should be no longer than 30 feet. So we decided to step it off. 3 lengths of a 10-foot tape measure. And at the end, this point, still far from the top. Again, it's still legal because this isn't considered part of the station. But the ADA admits in its own guidelines, many people can't manage a slope like this for 30 feet, much less the entire length of this bridge.
TriMet points out that they will also have buses stopping at the top of this bridge for the station. We took a look today at that bus schedule, and at this point, from 5 a.m. to midnight, buses come by here at least every half hour, sometimes even more frequently than that. Live in Southeast Portland, I'm Chris Woodard for KOIN 6 News.